All right, let's do this thing. My background is a mess, but I'm not sure what I'm going to teach. But I'm going to teach something, and we're going to feel something. So, grab a blanket and make your way into a position on your back that feels good for you. So maybe your hips happen to feel super open and you want to bring the soles of your feet to touch. Knees can go wide. Maybe your legs go long, your feet flop out. Maybe you start seated, whatever you want. Find a shape. Use your blanket however you want and cuddle yourself. So no perfect way to do it at all. Just cover yourself up with a blanket. Give yourself some snuggles wherever you're at. Get any wiggles out. Maybe shift the head from side to side a little bit. And then take a big inhale, fill up. Exhale, open mouth, let it go. One more, release all the weird energy. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, open mouth. And then start to listen. Become aware of your own breath. So it doesn't sound like mine. It doesn't sound like what you think it should sound like. It is your breath, and it is perfect just the way it is. So just observing. We're not forcing anything or trying to do like deep Instagram yogi breathing. We're just being. Let yourself sink deeper and deeper, and notice what it feels like to be grounded, especially in a space that can make us feel more held and secure, maybe more than a standing shape. Having all the back of our body touch the earth. Imagining the energy rise up and give us that strength and stability. And from here, I want you to start thinking about choice. The power there is in choice. Choosing to do things or not to do things with your body, with your time, with your energy. And giving yourself the acknowledgement that you do know yourself. Even when it feels like you're doubting yourself, you feel out of control. Your deepest, deepest knowing, your gut feeling, always knows your morals, why you believe things, why you do things. So own that. And don't let anyone question it. Continue to breathe. And start to become aware of taking up space with the breath. Just the breath. When emotions may come up, when that happens, and if there are certain feelings that come along with that, where do they show up in the body? Can you give yourself some kindness, some softness? Maybe you send a color there. Gentle breath. Feel free to stay here for the rest of the time I'm talking. Maybe
Start to awaken the body a little bit. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then give a big stretch overhead. Reach the arms up overhead, legs go long. And then feel this space. Know that you deserve to take up all of it. And then hug yourself. Give yourself a hug just with the arms. A little snuggle. And then maybe remove the blanket if it'll get in the way. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give them a big squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. Little back massage. And from here, allowing the arms to come off of the legs, let them come alongside the body. Knees stay into the chest. And then the legs don't have to fully straighten, but on an inhale, start to straighten the heels up to the ceiling. And arms come all the way up overhead and touch behind you. Exhale, knees in, arms down. Keep going with that. Feel the flow. And notice what things arise. Maybe tension starts to be created in a certain space. Give yourself grace. And also send some softness there. Maybe it's a harsh thought. Let yourself be with it and let it float away just for now. Take 3 more rounds of this breath. And then on the last one, give yourself a big hug, another squeeze, showing yourself some love and how capable you are of taking care of yourself. From here, allow the arms to come alongside of you into a T. Maybe they face up, maybe they face down. Let them be lazy. Knees stay in. And then plant the feet. Shift the hips a little bit to the left and drop the hips to the right. Shimmy the shoulders around a little bit underneath you so that they come close, if not touching the mat. And then maybe gaze over to your left. Let the breath in these new spaces. Take one more breath. Hug the knees back in, slightly engage the core, keep the feet planted, and then shift the hips a little bit through center to the right, and then drop the knees to the left. Open the arms out, shimmy the shoulders, gaze to the right, let it be lazy. You don't need to use force. One more breath. Gently bring it back to center. Grab behind the knees, hug them in, and then rock and roll all the way up into a seat. Make your way into a comfortable seat. Maybe a little crisscross applesauce. Maybe one leg extends to tilt the pelvis forward to make the spine a little longer. Whatever suits your body today, you can sit on a couch. But we're going to take 4 sun breaths, practicing taking up space and being and owning it. You don't have to be super comfortable in it, but we'll practice being comfortable in it. So take a big inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, gratitude, bring your hands at heart. 3 more, inhale, sweep. Feel the space. Exhale. 2 more on your own. finish your last one, place the tips of your fingers on your shoulders and then maybe start to twist from side to side. So avoiding using the elbows to crank us around, just little twists from the thoracic spine. So feeling it more from the core and the shoulders or the elbows. And this can be as fast or as slow as you want. And then gently make your way back to center and start taking some shoulder rolls or ankles. And keep breathing. Maybe you do a little backstroke one at a time. Feel the sit bones grounding you into the earth. Gently slow this down and release the hands. Place the hands on the knees, and then we're going to take a big inhale, bring the heart through. Pressing the heart through, and then exhale, pull against the knees, rounding the spine, pulling away. Chin gently tucks into the chest. Inhale, heart through. Exhale, round. Inhale, pull through. Feel this light. Exhale, round. Gentle movements of the spine. Maybe you stay with that. Maybe it becomes circles, more organic. Trust your creativity. Feel free to get the arms, the neck, everything involved. And take 2 more breaths. And slow it down. Meet back in center. Place the hands, palms facing up. Take a full breath in. Exhale it out. Flip your palms to face down. Maybe sensing more of a groundedness, and take another breath in. Let it go. Make your way into standing, however you'd like to get there. Find yourself at the top of the mat. I'm going to face you, but feel free to face anyway. We're going to come into a little tree pose, whatever that looks like today. So shifting the weight onto the right foot, lifting up out of the right hip, bring the left foot to a kickstand. So a little external rotation from the hip. So we're not aiming to face the knee all the way to the other side, just as much as the hip allows, keeping both of your cheeks in line. So once we find that, bring your hands at heart. And maybe we're staying here, staying lifted and through the core, through the crown of the head. And maybe we place the foot on the calf, pressing calf into foot and foot into calf. Maybe you want to lift it assisted above the knee. Press the foot into the thigh into the foot. Anywhere but the knee, but wherever you're at. Own it. Notice all the little micro movements that the foot is doing to stabilize you, to keep you grounded. And if you fall out of it, it's okay. It does not mean you failed yoga. It's just a practice. Take one more breath. And gently release your shape. Plant the foot down and avoid shaking it out yet. Notice. And then you can give it a little shake. And change to the other side. So shift down to the left foot. Lift up out of the hip. Kickstand the foot. Knee goes out. Hands at heart. And then maybe foot comes to the calf. Maybe we lift it above the knee. Wherever you're at. It's a perfect shape. Find a gaze in front of you that's not moving. You are strong and you are enough. One more breath. Slowly release, foot comes down. And then from here, planting the feet. You can be at the top of the mat, you can be wherever. And start to plant the feet hips distance apart, or shoulder distance, somewhere that you feel suits your body today. And then allow the hands to fall alongside of you. Roll the shoulders subtly and gently down the back. Feel a slight hugging of your front lower ribs to your front hip points to lengthen the back. Ground down evenly through all four corners of the feet. And then gaze in front of you. Same thing as tree. Find a spot that's not moving. And come back to your intention. Come back to your worth and your knowing. And finding in this stillness your knowing, gut feeling. Continuing to come back to it, to learn from it, to trust it. Take 3 more breaths in this tall, strong mountain pose. And feel free to stay here. Maybe you feel a little jittery and you want to get some shaking out. So instead of flailing it all up, let's keep it down and just lift the heels a little bit. Shake it out. Keep a micro bend in the knees. Shake all that energy down, 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 down. Arms can get loose. And then let it settle, the bouncing slows. Take 1 full, deep, present breath in. Open mouth, let it go. You got this.